Alright, so we are on track. We are, I was gonna say 16 because that's what it says, but nah, we about a 13-minute walk because we got a steady pace going. We got some long legs and we about to put a little pep in our step while still tracking every step for effective walking. So back to the little moment in time that I was laying out here for you to imagine with your imagination. Speaking of imagination, look at that beautiful little castle. Yeah, the guy and I think very highly of people, and I see the good in people, but I also
take a left on Great Valley Drive, then continue straight for half a mile.
I've also been very analytical of people because of my spiritual prowess. I've been very critical of people, and you know, just being able to point out people's imperfections very easily.
In half a mile, take a right on Ranch to Market Road.
Hung up on that, while also seeing the good in them. So that's what took place in this friendship with this guy. That's what took place a lot, and our friendship, you know, wasn't very long. It hasn't been like very long since I've known the guy, but it's like when brother and sister, or when siblings fight. It's like they fight out of love. They fight out of love. So yeah, that's what we did. We fought, we argued, even whenever words were not exchanged, we disagreed. With our eyes, with our body language, we clashed. The chemistry was there, but it clashed. And so now I see the guy. I see him as I walk out of the Asian restaurant that I find, you know, is of a different atmosphere than what I'm searching for. So he waves at me. He's like, "Come here." And he almost wants me to get in the truck right away, as if the last time I didn't see him, I wasn't super rude to him. But you know, I walk around. I'm like, "Come on, give me a hug, bro." Walk around to the driver's seat. He's like, "Oh, I'm in a rush." And so he dabs me up, and I was like, telling him because I had called him, and I'm telling him why I called him, because I told him I felt bad. Felt really bad. I was not proud of the way that I handled our last interaction with each other. And so he invites me in the car. He's like, "You want to come? I'm gonna stop at HEB, get a money order. You want to come with me?" And so I did. I came with him, and we connected, and he starts talking to me about ADHD, and he says that he thinks that I have ADD. Not ADHD. He starts saying that it's ADD at first, and then after we leave the shop, he flips it and he says, "No, it's ADHD that I'm talking about." And so he's like, "I've been doing all this research on it, and this is like, and it's like an idea he's sharing with me." And I'm listening the entire time. But also something to note out is that when people, regardless of how lightly they're putting it, when they are trying to influence you to believe what they believe, that is where my meditation comes into play. Because it's almost like if you are not in charge of your own thoughts and your own mind and your own spirit, there's people who will influence you into believing what they believe, like, you know, how the internet does, and it's almost like a hypnosis. It's kind of like a miniature hypnosis, because they're projecting onto you their something that's going on within themselves, and they're putting that on you, and it becomes something that is manifested within yourself. And so I meditated when he was talking to me. I don't know if he realized, but I was clearing my thoughts so that I wouldn't object anything he was saying, but rather I would listen with my ears wide open and full attention, and even admiration for him. So it was very effective. This way of listening in a meditative way, it was very effective, and it allowed me to, when I said goodbye to him, it allowed me to take in everything he said without thinking about it at all after. And even now, you know, it's like whatever wisdom is to come from, because everybody has a little bit of wisdom in every interaction. There's always something to be learned and added, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be anytime soon. You might not reap the wisdom anytime soon. So I can let every interaction float off of me like water off a duck's back, as somebody nicely put it earlier. Wow, this is a beautiful home. This is a beautiful home. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they have no HOA in this neighborhood, so the homes are beautiful. Just gorgeous. Come on. The charm. The uniqueness. The individuality. Go to bed, girl. Go to bed, yeah. It's for grown folks. So anyways, we were able to give each other a hug, and I was able
The next line, take a right.
I was able to honestly tell him I love him and look him in the eyes without pride, with all the memories that we had shared, the painful memories, the moments of love, and you know, all of that wrapped into what I'm expressing to you here in this moment, even though it is imperfect. With all of that, I was able to brush it off, just look at him in a healing way, like see me here now, bro. See me here now in my light, and know that I love you. And I was able to look at him and tell me that, and him do the exact same, and him reciprocate that frequency of love. You know, the frequency of love that is without judgment, you know, that is without question or uncertainty. So yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. And praise be to God. So I'm headed towards Mojo's because they got the mojo, and I'm gonna see if I can get some water there. See if I can get some water and maybe add a little bit more coffee to my little coffee here that I got. A little shaken espresso that I did. I went to old girls, but it's just the saying, you know, present girl, you know, bestie, love, cherished woman in my life. Went to the apartment, went to the to the clubhouse, as they used to call them. Gotta find some more of those, actually. Find some more clubhouses. And get, I got some half and half from her place. Get some, triple shot of espresso. The third one, I made it a little stronger. And so it was warm, and then I took it to Ramen Tatsuya. Took it to Ramen Tatsuya. Put some fresh old ice up in there. With a little bit of water dropping on it to make it, give it a little, get that latte, a little bit of that ice, and now iced latte, a little bit of hydration. And stirred that around just a little bit. Then I walked over to La Madeleine, and got her to give me some heavy whipping cream, and then started shaking it up like the mixologists do, and it foamed up real nicely. It's not currently that, but that's just because that's what happens to heavy whipping cream. It don't stay whipped alone. It only stays whipped if it is alone, and that is why they call it whipped cream. It's a standalone thing. Of course, they might add some flavor to it, but that's what that is. That's what that is. So then once I shook it around and I drank it, I was like, this is a shaken triple espresso, and it's delicious, and it was free too. So we about to see what else we can maybe add to it. Who knows? Who knows?
Right on Ranch to Market Road, then in